welcome back. Today we're going to be making a one-pan skillet lasagna, a super delicious zucchini blueberry bread. So good, you guys, that we can't stop eating it. And this skillet lasagna does not require an oven at all. You make everything in one pan, so it's easy cleanup, my kind of meal. So the best part of this meal is it's 10-minute prep, 30 minutes to cook, so 40 minutes total. I'm on board. Let's get started. We're going to need a ½ pound of lean ground beef, a ½ pound of ground sausage, 1 small onion chopped, 3 cloves of garlic minced, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, lasagna noodles, marinara sauce, ricotta, parm, and basil for garnish. Okay, I've got my cast iron skillet here and I have that on a medium-high heat. Now I have a pound of each, so 1 pound of the sausage, 1 pound of the ground beef, and it calls for a ½ pound of each, but I'm gonna go ahead and use all of this because it doesn't make any sense for me. But you can certainly go ahead and brown this up and then take out half and set it aside for something different. I'm just gonna choose to use it to make my life easier. So we're gonna go ahead and get these two browned up in the pan. While our meat's browning, we're gonna go ahead and get our onion diced up and mince our garlic. Okay, the meat's just about done now. It's almost cooked all the way through. I can still see just a little bit of pink. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and add our garlic, onions, and seasonings. Salt, pepper, and about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. So give this a stir. We're going to cook this until the onion starts to soften. All right, we're there. We're going to add our lasagna noodles. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 6 of them. So you just break them up, okay? And we're gonna add our marinara. Turn this down to really low. I probably should have used 2 jars of marinara because I have a pound of meat. I have this one. It's left over from another recipe I had in the fridge. It's about a ½ jar. I'm gonna go ahead and add that too. Okay, I brought this to a nice simmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and let it boil or cook for 15-20 minutes. We'll let that simmer and we'll come back and finish the recipe. Okay. That looks good. Oh, the noodles are all soft now. Very good. I almost feel like I could have added more noodles, and I probably will boil some. I don't know what I was thinking. I doubled the meat. I should have doubled everything else, so I'll probably boil some more noodles and add those in. But this looks so good. How easy was that? Okay, we're looking good. I did end up boiling some more noodles and adding it to the pot because I had doubled the meat, so just know that. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our cheeses. So Parmesan cheese, that looks good. I'm not a stickler on measurements, you guys know that, so. It says a 1/4 cup of ricotta, but I'm just gonna add this whole 15-ounce container here. And I have this 8-ounce package of mozzarella. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle the whole thing on top. I'm gonna cover it back up and let the cheese melt. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh yeah, that's perfect, you guys. Perfect. Serve a little bit here so we can do the taste test. Okay, let's give it a sample and see if it tastes like traditional lasagna. I'm always skeptical of these things. Yep, it totally does. It tastes just like traditional lasagna. That is good. I'm a fan of one-pan meals, and I know that a lot of you guys are too. It makes for easy cleanup, and it's so nice when you find recipes for dinners that you normally have to cook all day. I'm a fan of using as much store-bought stuff as you can, like for instance the marinara. It would taste even better with homemade pasta sauce. It's really good, you guys. You got to give this one a shot. So today we are going to start off by making a blueberry zucchini bread. I'll make sure to link the recipe down below. Loaf pans are all prepared. Now we're gonna get our dry ingredients put together. You know it's fall when I'm in the kitchen and I start getting all those baking feels. Every single time I make bread, I always say to myself, why do I not make this more often? It is so easy to do. Bread is so easy to do. And I think that we probably, I mean, you know, this type of bread, not like, well, even artisan bread. There's so many recipes out there for artisan bread. I make an artisan bread and it's so good. But every time I'm in the kitchen, I always say to myself, why do I not make more bread? I mean, we're not huge dessert eaters. Ernie's not a big sweet eater. He's the guy that says, don't frost the cake or leave a couple of the cupcakes without frosting. He's not a big sweet eater. And, you know, I am, but I don't need dessert every night. I didn't grow up having dessert every night. And so it's not something that, you know, that we think about. I did do dessert a lot when, you know, I had kids at home. That was, you know, pretty common to have dessert, you know, for the kids, but it was typically, you know, ice cream or pudding or something like that. I never really baked a whole lot, but every single time I put a bread together like this, I'm always, you know, shocked that I don't do it more often because we enjoy it so much, especially, like zucchini bread. Zucchini bread is so delicious, and banana bread. Those are the two most common breads that I make when I do make bread. And Ernie's favorite. And this time around, I was trying to remember, where did why was blueberries and zucchini, why did that sound so good to me? And I just remembered that I think I saw it on Acre Homestead. I'm going to have to go back and look, but I think she made a zucchini bread and she added blueberries because she had fresh blueberries and she had zucchini from her garden. I think that might be where I saw the recipe, or not the recipe, but the idea of adding blueberry to your zucchini bread. But when I heard that, or, thought of it, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. And it really is. Those blueberries just pop in your mouth, and it's kind of an unexpected texture or flavor. Not something that you commonly would expect in zucchini bread. So I really enjoyed that a lot. And it got me thinking, when I'm making breads, this time of year, what different type fruits, or veggies, like to carrot cake and that kind of stuff, what could I add, that would complement? And, I know it kind of sounds strange that blueberries complement zucchini bread, but it really works. It's delicious. So I want to encourage you guys to try this recipe. So I just found a basic zucchini recipe bread recipe, and I just added the blueberries to that. So I didn't do anything special. But I will tell you that I always add just a little bit more oil than what they say. Just a little bit. So, maybe like a tablespoon more of oil than what the recipe calls for. And that just lends the bread to be a little bit more moist. So that is the only change that I would say I made to the recipe. But other than that, I followed it, spot on, except for the fact that I was supposed to scramble the eggs first and then put the zucchini in, but it worked this way. And I don't have a huge mixing bowl, so I was using little bowls, and it all worked out though. It all worked out in the end, small kitchen, and I'm adjusting, I'm adjusting, but yeah, so it's just a great time of year to get in the kitchen and really play with recipes and make some warm foods. I was watching YouTube this morning, and I think Grace and Your Space put a short out of a kitchen scent that she created in a pot, a simmering pot, how people do those for the fall. And she was talking about making memories, and how scents, in your home really create memories, and they do. And it's funny because when I talk to my boys, they always say stuff like, I remember coming home from school and the house was clean and all decorated for fall, and you could smell cinnamon, or, something baking, or dinner, really good dinner. So I love the fact that my boys have those kind of memories. And so those are the kind of things that I think about, when I'm making the bread. For instance, on this day when I was making it, I was thinking Ernie's going to come home and the house is going to smell so good, and it's all decorated for fall, and it just gives you all those cozy vibes. And I just love that. So we are just going to get this batter all whipped up. We're going to add our blueberries. We're going to put it in the pan, get it in the oven, and cook it. And they cooked perfectly. It was my first time baking in an electric oven, and I think that I did good. It was spot on. I set the timer, and it was spot on. I used skewers for testing, and it worked perfectly. They came out clean, and they were moist, and so good. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm so excited to go to Tennessee. I cannot freaking wait to get there. We're going to be there for a whole week. We rented a lake house. I'm so excited. I want to do some baking for my babies. So this is the first time that my granddaughter is going to get to taste my cooking, and that just excites me beyond words. I can't even tell you. I can't even think, like, I'm trying, like, how do I get groceries in the house before I arrive there? I'm thinking about sending my daughter-in-law a list and sending her some money and asking her if she would please go to the grocery store and fill that house up with food before we get there so that I can start cooking immediately. That is like what gives me the most joy, is cooking and feeding my family. And it just gives me all the feels. I just love it. I love, you know, when my grandsons would always say, Letha, this is so good, or just to see their little faces light up when, you know, something yummy was put on the table. I just can't wait. I'm so excited, and I'm thinking, gosh, I want to make some food for them, you know, while I'm there so that they can have it when we leave. You know, maybe freezer stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting too many things on my shoulders. You know, I just do this to myself, but I'm trying to live a whole lifetime in 1 week, and it breaks my heart to even think that I'm going to have to leave them again. The first time was so hard. When we moved him there, I stayed an extra week after Ernie came back, and that was a really hard day for me. Really hard day for me, and it was, what, 6 months ago? March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 6 months ago, and it feels like a lifetime ago. It was just so hard, but look at this batter, you guys. I mean, so good, so good. I lined the loaf pans with, you know, parchment paper. What is that stuff called? And I'm going to spray it. You know, you don't have to do this. You could, you know, it's just, I do it for easy cleanup. You don't have to do this at all. So, but that trick of putting the parchment paper in and then pressing the other pan down inside to get it to the shape works out perfectly. Anyways, so we are going to get these baked, and then we're going to give them a taste and conclude the video. Oh my gosh, you guys, these came out so beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. I want to cut into one so I can show you. So moist. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that beautiful bread. You see all the blueberries and the zucchini and the walnuts. Oh, let's put some butter on that. Taste it. Sorry, it's loud. I have the dishwasher going. Let's give this a taste. Oh. Oh my gosh. That's really good. It just doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. So moist. And you can tell it's zucchini bread, but then you bite into a blueberry and it like pops in your mouth. So good. You definitely have to try this recipe. It was so good. I'm gonna put it down in the description. You can add the blueberries or you can leave them out, totally up to you. I had them and wanted to use them, and it sounded so good to me, and I was right. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that today's video gave you guys a dessert idea or a weeknight meal idea or any day of the week idea. It's really good. If you guys try this recipe, make sure to come back to the video, comment down below, let me know how you liked it, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!